Omega Live TV. Ghana at 2020 political show. Your friend me, Kobikula. Ene yebedi abubu bebre. Eye the state of our economy, the current state of our economy. Nanadu akasa, mamo akasa. Eye enranko ano. Kasa bebre, no ma bebre buy about the economy no. Ama even cry no nanado na omoko mama in the process. Ama ni asrese mama krono enipa ni bi sre ebinum so against the nana ekan. Tini ebedi hu abobo bebre. Nene yewo Mr. Richard Jemfi oye youth organizer for MPP UK. Ewa Richard, thank you for coming.
Yes, well, that's it.
Now over there it is said.
Already adum. So the young kwa chai na M4 no so the din TC M4 so CM25 so every day. Na ya seda na yedo ema onyakopo.
Yeah, that was it. And also Oda Odima MPP for across the world. I would say Odi Abaha enyumre. Yeah, that was it. And you Mr. Kofi Adoli on my right also represents NDC. Now the former youth organizer and I feel so a member of communication team for NDC. Thank you Kofi for coming. First time I hear who I
oh dear. I'm happy to be here. And I'm sure it's the beginning of good things to come.
How about so who find it traveling easy to come here?
Oh, very easy. I have me backyard in tea.
Okay.
Area I mean East London is my backyard in tea. Yeah.
Now and Richard now a voter region. Now in fact or say the Nyamiasi say God is not wicked to return Ghana to the days of or say Nanado said God is not wicked to return Ghana to the days of NDC hardship, which is characterized by high inflation, poor agricultural development, lack of industries, unemployment graduates, and limited access to senior higher education. Now, for the Nakra, they know what's answering because Moko Mama in the form of our voter reading said the record of managing Ghana, our country, it was very poor. Now, he made a statement in response to Mama recent remark that God brought MPP so Ghanaians can appreciate NDC. What is your views about all this?
Pedro, Medase. I would say yaba political show so, but SM didn't need the SM. Any kind said the Obisa men on Medanyamiasi, so what bo Yehubana Yababi Shim. I'm a da one Omega TV. So I say, Juma more easy. I mean, you for us in diaspora here, you give us the opportunity to partake in national discourse. Yes, so it's me kind of drink share. I'm saying, what is going on in the political environment or atmosphere in Ghana. Enti dia medawase. Na me ye MPP ni no me de aseda kese ema anase nchia kese ema MPP fo a omo hweme ewo ewiase afanya nyina. Medi kan me boss, the national youth organizer. Your friend Henry Nana Boachi Nana B. Or no lawyer kese ba kuna or ye leader da MPP youth ni nyina ano youth wing na no o adwuma yi ba ada na nsenya meeting komo okru obuza am say na NDC for from youth organizer they say ni para make no so overkula o NDC new onim ni youth organizer kra we kire adwuma papa ye boss na naboachi o born day in day out o say what dey yi kese bi pa batamale ye National Youth Congress and Mega Rally e BC da eno no dey share 7 December ne mrepamu no ye be hu enkomo na mato every ho achia ye mpanyimfo MPP UK a yama me kwan a ma betena ha a me kasei ye panyin bi na ama ho kwan ye panyin no ye frɛ no Kwaku Nkansa dodo na frɛ no Pani ono ne MPP UK chairman I say any branch executive now. MPP UK, we are very vibrant. The president himself, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Afrah, the premier branch, 11th region of MPP. Enti me bahana se manchache omwa na mentwe na yetwa musu a MPP is vibrant. I mean over the weekend, my organizers, myself, the branch organizer Richmond, the women's organizer Shirley Che, and the Nasara coordinator, we went all the way to Scotland.
Wow.
You call chia chapters are setting up. And the already established chapters so no match somehow can be ne Kwanswana President Kufuor, His Excellency, Volta Regional, or Kokai. Media Mimuni said is mocking. The president was stating facts. So Besha Nana Dubai at the end of 1 year. Promise our promise since 2008. What was our campaign message? That we will implement free SHS. We lost that election, but Ayambunabem, he was consistent in whatever he wanted to implement. And Osaba 2012. What was our campaign message? Free SHS. Until Ghanaians gave him the mandate to rule over us. The man was the first thing that we come on for. Oh, nyabutere. But if you have the vision, now what planning on your man, you know what to do. And now fin chobe and I say the yenuanumu ya or what the president in totality. Obey a vice president, and you would president, 8 years. What's our advantage to be in opposition for 3 years? So you are the back seat. I am penny focus and you trust Hano. So we've been given the opportunity. What about a president for 8 years? Vice president and president for 8 years. And now what's our co-opposition? And he said, woman who really know one. Obey opposition 3 years until the whole 3 years no then won't mean for policy be country Ghana for because our politics has changed. It has moved on from pettiness. Now it is based on facts. Uba one year Nana Dubai see unemployment or graduate for Uba within if we see a certain NAPCO. Now we've actually absorbed 300,000, nearly 300,000 unemployed graduates into the system. Almost so any skills. Some of them are being absorbed into the national system. This is true leadership. We now people say the importance of such policies. No, na me banana me susunyo baby. Say who implement there is always opposition. Na me kai time na me so na me na eti. Na at the back of our garden, at the back of our house, you start to see a full kakra. Patriotism can ye pa. Then people were laughing at us. So we started tomatoes on the same plot of land, where do you cassava? Uki trabanche bani say now they are chef. A hona no so no ya said you ameko. Asasina no so no ya said you bro. Obi tietche o say akwa we the owe oh yeah. What are you doing? But you see, we sacrifice ourselves. Yes, sumaye ya no pa answer ni ebeko school ya kosense you ni abehwe ebuso ni eko school. Na man force within few weeks or months down the line, ubon say tomatoes na eden asoso. Na udibi ye aduane na wuton bi eno harvest ya na mekonu so heden aba uwie ya na maize no aba uwie ya na cassava na aba enti no behwa Brenna was sacrificing within the first 2 months. In the long run, those who didn't have those vision now, they will be criticizing you. And that is what is happening in NDC and MPP now. Because Nana Bayen, he is implementing a lot of things at the same time. But that is what happened when you have a vision leader as compared to a visionless leader. Because we were expected Mahama to tell us in opposition. The Labour Party, the Conservative Party, the Lib Dems, even the Brexit Party, they are all campaigning on values, on what they will come and do. What do you have to also obey a review? Common manifesto crano. You can't even write. Anything I make us say, what nature for 3 years? What do you have for the people? Nana Eko Hona Okano. He is telling the people what he has done.
What is it? What say? He continues to say bankrupt record, bankrupt future. That's what we had under Mama's leadership.
And that is true.
And the country is marching forward.
And that is true.
So comparing that economy,
you don't
Mama time, to now, is there? What's the difference?
You see, Mahama took us back. 2012 alone. 2012 alone, because it was election year, we overspent our budget by 600 million Ghana cedis.
Because of
Ask
what?
yourself why. Ask yourself why.
Tell us.
If I show, I'm so mad. I had Jumana Yedino. Oh, Kasa, me yedi.
Give us the fact.
Me so me Kasa, Pacho.
No, but tell us the fact.
There be. Me Kasa, yedi. Oh, Kasa, almost me yedi.
2012. You said we overspent 2012. Why?
Me Kasa, me cratchy. And to me, to Kasa, me yedi. Allow me. Eja wa mo microphone go can say we are my platform. I mean at what platform to allow me to express myself.
Carry on.
So what I'm saying is that in 2012 alone, being election year, we overspent our budget by 600 million Ghana cedis. So we call no kwa him for honey Land Cruisers. No way you say Mahama fans near Chelsea. So the economy was mismanaged. Osha fraud cases, corruption cases, a president, edgy fraud, edgy way, Okoguya Monumasi BBC. You say, have you taken a bribe before? President is answer the question, was he as a human being and answer as a president. You see, these are the things that NDC did and took us way back. The beer was in retrogressive indication. They just say the economy no ekoyechi until say Ghana for decides say the baby Ghana economy and yet because in being see that say a certain president has lost the election and with this margin, Ghanaians are tired of pettiness, Ghanaians are tired of mismanagement, Ghanaians are tired of incompetence, and that is the reason why they voted them out. So Nana was clearly Nana is mocking John Mahama. No, Nana is stating the facts that this is what we have done.
But sir, Okan BBC said the people as a country have never had any policies coming from Mahama as a leader about what he's going to do or happen in the future. Then Mahama is saying, it is only God who chooses a leader, not President Akufo-Addo, as he wants Ghanaians to believe. You see, it tells you the man has no vision. Because you see, or boadi or wedding, or boadi, and it is a defeatist agenda or opinion to tell you, say Nyamini Sihini, and I say, yes, indeed, Nyamini Sihini, but if you don't push it, on Namini Paso, so if you don't push your agenda and restore to God, vision, if you don't work it, you are not going to get it. Mama is also saying that he has also promised to work hard to provide jobs and reduce the high cost of living in the country.
Since Mahama free so, our unemployment rate has been stable. It is no good. NBC time, the unemployment rate, check it, statistics board. It was really bad. Youth employment in Kwan. What do you ever call youth employment in Kwan? Graduate Asemana Making NABCO alone absorbed 300,000 unemployed graduates. Just for work experience. Some of them are being absorbed. Timer, IMF, Nyoma, amount to 2 million, it stops you because of your mismanagement. You couldn't absorb people. Completely, we've taken ourselves from IMF, destiny, we've employed people into the civil service. Nursing training, teachers allowance, and now people are getting something to do. So what's a hona wunya here? A hona yesi ensa enye jumano. Obunsam yedin epe bibi mano. The government is a forward-thinking government. Look at the railway department. Ekrum has a one of the major this country is where it is now is because of railway. Because if you create just 1 kilometer railway, Ekrum have a sika a publisher. Even if you go to the train station alone, we have how many cafes and buffets are there in one train station? And compare it to the Yeyi from Tema to Paga, all the stops, how many people are going to have employment there? Until the American people say Nana was not mocking John Mahama. Nana was actually stating the facts. Said, again, what's not so 8 years? I said, American, what's not so 8 years? What's saying your opportunity to be at the backbench to see for 3 years, yet still you have nothing to say to the people. Saying, what do you have to tell the people, even for God to be convinced, say, on someone second chance? That is what NDC is not doing.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Kofi, what in Nina?
Marty,
What in Nina?
so how it in Nina, but I would say MPP whole obsession, the whole government is obsessed with two of many things. Bakuye Mahama. I'm say almost through Mahama to say Kakai and Okasa
are scared of Mama like Kakai.
Yes. And the Okasa, it makes the president and his minions, lose their focus, and then they begin to act like children. Utie President Nikasa Volta Regional, when we say it was as if a stage or a circus was set up for him to perform. But for God's sake, you are occupying the office of the presidency, which is there to serve the people. And so, Uko Volta Regional, I say, Ubekache, the citizens of the region say, during my tenure, these are the things I have done. These are the things I have achieved for you. Concrete stuff for them to know, say, vote or it is benefiting them. But it appears as if this man is on a joyride, and his whole mind, I mean, there's evidence that he went to the region with a 50-car convoy. The videos are out, you can see. I mean, he was on a joyride. Nothing has come out from his store in the Volta region that shows he has achieved something concrete for the people. So as soon as President Mahama has spoken, he spends his time in the Volta region reacting to President Mahama. And what was the point?
Well, he's saying that.
Yes.
He's saying that. Let's listen to our audience. Might maybe have some people have joined us. And maybe they might want to know what you are answering.
Yes.
Nanado said, God is not wicked to return Ghana to the days of NDC hardship.
Yes.
Characterized by high inflation, poor agricultural development, lack of industry, unemployed graduates, and limited access to senior high school.
But all that he said were false. All that Akufo-Addo said in the Volta region were false. I mean, the attempt was to mock President Mahama, and you could hear it. You used the right word. He was mocking President Mahama. He took the stage. You see, he forgot the importance of the office he occupies, and he was using the opportunities given to him to perform. Excuse me to say. I mean, the office of the president is not for clowns. Excuse me to say this. And so when you go in front of people, particularly the paramount chief of the Aveno traditional area, and there are people who were based, students who were based, those are going to be adults in the future. And so when you go in front of them and you are coming to talk to them, you have to give them an update that will give them confidence in your government, or even give them confidence in the state. But all that he was doing was performance, just because Mahama spoke. Let's look at the recent report by ISA, for example. Ghana was supposed to grow at 8-point-something percent GDP this year. Then by the first quarter of the year, it was revised down to 7.6. As we speak, it has dropped down to 6.7. And it's looking like the performance of our economy will go down. Now, the topic rightly is the state of Ghana's economy as we speak. there are very, very serious developments as far as our economy is concerned that we need to be worried about. And so the whole obsession about Mahama, what he said or did not say, for me, looks like an attempt by the government to divert everybody's attention from the real issues that are facing people. Number one, if you look at the statement made by the chairman of the National Peace Council, he is warning the government that we have a very serious issue with youth unemployment. In spite of all the noise that is being made about NAPCO, I mean 100,000 out of the biggest section of our population.
We just want sorry, I will let you go. We just want our callers to know. I know that most people have started calling. Please, we're not taking calls now until 10:30, please. Thank you. Yeah, go on, please. Thank you.
We are looking at 100,000 people out of millions of Ghanaians who are jobless. A lot of them engaging in armed robbery. A lot of them engaging in cyber fraud. A lot of them restless. Easy recruits for crime. The chairman for National Peace Council is warning the government that this is a high risk for our country, that it is a potential for the destabilization of the country. He's warning you.
Nana is saying, the president is saying that
yes,
as Ghanaians, we have moved on from economic hardship to prosperity as a country.
But that is false. And the point I'm making to you is that here's a government that is not even able to pay salaries. It's not even able to sustain the free SHS that they say they are providing. Okay, as we speak, only today there's a figure out: 1,433 students have become pregnant. Girls who are SHS. Listen. I am making a point. That is a consequence of failure of policy. Okay.
Now he's talking about high inflation, poor agriculture development, lack of industries, unemployment graduates, and limited access to higher education.
Good.
So, yes,
good.
What is your views
those
about
are the
those?
point. He says limited access to
During
education.
What he's saying is that God is not wicked to return Ghana to the days of
yes. So I am taking the points that he made one after the other. On the issue of access to education, you have come and you said you are providing access to education, but at the end of the day, what are we seeing? Because of the long periods of time students are spending at home, these are the consequences. Now, if a kid is pregnant and is unable to attend school, do you end up giving that child access? If a child is at home, do you say that child is having access?
I don't
you can't say so. No,
if
because
a child got pregnant,
by virtue
that is to do with parenting. No. Why
This
is
is not.
that
No,
to do with
it's not due to parenting. It's due to the failure of the education policy, which is why President Mahama says.
Expand that. Our listeners may want to know.
Now listen.
So they understand
now
what
listen.
you're trying to say.
It is as if when President Mahama speaks, Akufo-Addo and his minions do not hear. They close their ears and then they interpret, they go and give their interpretation of what they think he's saying. President Mahama has given a solution to the failure of the education policy that the NPP is having, which is to review the policy in a way that will solve the problems. One of the solutions he proposed was to stop the double track system, which is the reason why those children have become pregnant. Okay.
Now, if you look at trying to say,
yes.
Okay.
And so he has proposed a policy shift. If they didn't hear, well, I'm repeating it here now. He has told them what he will do. If you look at the past, in fact, every culture or every language, I'm sure there's a saying.
History, we want stagnation with no progress, high inflation. But we're comparing the NDC time.
But what does Akufo-Addo mean by stagnation? What does it mean by stagnation?
Forward.
And that, yes,
things not progressing.
Yeah, but as we speak now, corruption is rife. The Auditor General, who is in office to give sunshine to pockets of corruption in government and all state agencies, is being hounded out of office because that man is able to face up to some of the corrupt practices that are happening in government. So he's been confronted, to be ousted from office.
Not planting for food and jobs like
I'm coming there, but the point I'm making is, we are looking at this man spoke for about 20 minutes or 30.
Oh no.
Okay. Anyway, let's go on. The point I'm making is this: if we are looking at the Ghanaian economy, okay, the US economy, for example, when they were in difficulty, construction was a major way of turning around the economy. Why? Because one, it's a big avenue for giving employment to those who have ended up unemployed. The motor industry in the US suffered a lot from the recession, and so their solution was to engage in massive construction projects, and they did a lot of investment in those areas. That ended up boosting the economy and providing opportunities for citizens of the US. In Ghana, we had a president who was focused on developing Ghana through the provision of major infrastructure projects, roads, health sector facilities, school facilities. I mean, classrooms that were being built to provide for education, to provide for transport. But once that was being done, employment was being created. All the roads that President Mahama constructed, people were employed.
Let me ask you the last one before you.
Okay.
He's saying that according to the president,
yes,
he's saying Ghanaians prefer the current situation of free HSS and many schools to contain the products of the JHS to what existed when Mahama was at the wheel of control. He's saying that
yes,
he's saying that John Mahama and the NDC will be given another big shock in 2020 election. What's your view about that?
That's what I'm telling you, that this is a man who is in office, and it seems to me he's unaware of the seriousness of the office
in your town. In your town, he said all these things in your town.
Of course, and that is why I feel disappointed that
your family
he does not take. They wouldn't waste time to go and listen. You see, because he does not take seriously the office he occupies. You are there to work to serve the people. For 3 years now, all we hear, for example, if you look at the PDS scandal, it was a situation of family and friends coming together, refusing to go through due process and allowing that scandal to occur. In the end, Ghana is denied $190 million, which would have come into the economy and help, reduce
the next question is coming to you anyway.
Give access to energy to the poor people.
The next question is coming to you because we rotated that way.
Okay.
Now, on 5th November 2019, which was yesterday, Sammy Gyamfi, accused Nana Addo, our president, of appointing over 50 members of his relatives in his administration, including the entire nuclear family of his executive secretary, Nana Asante Bediatu. Now, then he also accused Bawumia of also using the same tactics and employing his family. What is your view about what Sammy is saying?
Right. Let me track back a bit and come back to this issue.
And he is saying, Sammy is saying that Nana Addo and the Bawumia are the most biased and unfair government ever in the history of the world. He's not saying Ghana, he's saying of the world. Then what is your opinion about his claim?
Right. I'll come back to that point. There are difficulties there are difficulties with the questions themselves, but I'll proceed to answer them, which is that it is as if, however faulty the point Akufo-Addo makes, we must, on the basis of his view, respond. We must respond to his views, even if it is faulty. And I think there's a difficulty with that. But the NPP has kept coming up, even in the
respond to his view. What do you mean by that?
He goes to the voter region and jokes around, and then we are supposed to sit and talk about what he says. When there are serious issues occurring in Ghana, okay, for example, the PDS matter,
Did the people of Volta went there?
It wasn't the people of Volta going. People were minding their business. School kids were lined up on the roads. Where there were no school kids, the roads were empty. All you saw was a crowd of 50 V8s. That, I mean, in addition to 50 V8s plus the military, the security, detail that followed him. That was it. So if people are creating a impression that there were crowds, let's see the videos. If you look at the videos, you will see that people were not enthused about him anymore. Anyway,
it's only 20 David and Goliath fan.
But who is the David? Who is the Goliath? Is your questions?
Yes.
Let's get to your point. You see, you use history to determine what is likely to happen in the future.
Can you go to the second question?
I am going to the point. You use history to determine, and it is the best guide as to what is likely to happen in the future. Thank God we have had the opportunity to witness Akufo-Addo's leadership. How confused, how abysmal, how totally, incompetent he has been over the past few years. Midway through, some of us were thinking maybe something would change. It is quite clear that he has nothing to offer. We have also been able to witness how President Mahama was able to lead the country within the 4 years. So we can compare like for like. Okay, President Mahama has been able to return the country to stability after the 2012 major budget difficulty that we had, which had to do with the single spine salary structure, the implementation. That spiked our spending.
That is not true.
Which was why the following year we ran a budget. We had a historic budget overrun. Okay.
Who implemented single?
In spite of all that, President Mahama has been able to provide the biggest level of hospitals, number of hospitals in the country since Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. The biggest number of kilometers of road.
But you are not talking about the question I asked you about. 5 minutes. Your 5 minutes is. I'll give you 1 minute more.
Don't worry. He has been able to provide all these things. Now, given the opportunity, if you look at President Akufo-Addo right now, what has he been able to deliver? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And so, if you look at the two, you don't ask Mahama what he is coming to do. He has done it before. You just have to look at his history to determine what he's likely to do. Now, come to this point about nepotism. The simple bottom line issue is this. If you, for example, you're here. No, the viewers are sensible people. Okay? Yeah. I can go through the 51 people and even add more. The family members that Akufo-Addo thinks that he's entitled to appointing to lead in high positions in the country. I can go through all of them. But the bottom line is this. If you, as a person, you are in a position of responsibility and you fail, but the person who is to take charge of dealing with the failure is your family member, what do you think will happen? That person is unlikely to expose you.
Thank you.
That is the problem we are having.
Thank you.
The PDS matter, for example, let me just land on this matter. You have Keligajepo, you have Kenoforiata, you have Nana Asante Bediatu. Asante Bediatu and Kenoforiata, for example, went to the US to negotiate with the Millennium Challenge Corporation when we have a Minister of Energy who has direct responsibility over ECG, sitting in Ghana, was not involved in the delegation. But Akufo-Addo thought that only his family members should go to the US and negotiate on behalf of Ghana. When a minister who is responsible for that sector
when you get to your turn,
is kept in Ghana.
Continue on that point. Richard, where they are watching in time,
but before say made question about nepotism, SME exposes some of the inaccuracies facts because all Kasana Metro. First and foremost, NDC phone was so giddy. Now, me share say President Akufo-Addo a core Volta region. For the first time, not even as an MPP member, as a Ghanaian, I feel so proud. Because you see, if you go back into history, that's enmity between the so-called Akans and Voltarians, you know, and starting or PNBC era. And the past, there was a time at the king of Ashanti invited the king of Anlo or Emma Nebaha no so reciprocity Emma this gesture or share young including politicians say if you want to gain or if you want the fundamental of development is peace and unity. And I don't know my ama actually or do any need yes go back to build that gap. Now, adia a man one cry. Look at the students. Look at how joyful they were, singing songs of praises to God, not the president. Because nyame any president no one again say for free SHS no ebra obia ekusku. And now na maka bontin so the last time I was in Ghana, me nam say hey, I coin so anyone no so unam so school time everybody is learning. Now can be so about infrastructure. When you want to build a technological firm, you make sure you equip the people to run it. Me go see school, me go see hospital where I have no doctors or nurses to run it. This is bottom-up approach. It is common sense. Intino say oh equity ejuma. Intino you are just building infrastructure, even if it is not needed. No go see school down with grassy obi emurem sebi emurema obia and there's no access for you to get there. Oh sorry also a kwan NDC for yi nyina e wo green book ni mu. No better than saying Ghanaians are complaining there are no roads. And of course it is true there are no roads because all the green book name by 2016 which I say when you are quiet what Ghana now where are the roads? And also mention say can be say the economy is in retrogression. Now this is current World Bank. This is here World Bank. World Bank results in terms of financial growth, economical growth. Since 2017, it was 5.4%. That was when President Akufo-Addo was only 1 year in office. In 2018, 6.7. 2019, 6.9. Go to World Bank. No. Go to World Bank. Price down. It's not 6.9. You see, we are now. The estimate is 6.7. Opening. I mean, be factual. So it tells you when you are plotting a graph from 5.4, okay, you need 0.2% now can from 2017, which is 5.4, and even currently, if I'm even being generous, now my foul 6.7 now. When you are plotting a graph, wouldn't it incline? It is going to incline. It tells you there is growth. Apart from that, Scotland, I was so impressed. The number of students, the number of youth, the courses that they are doing. So say the biggest gold mine in Ghana is oil and gas. And when I went to Aberdeen, when I went to Edinburgh, when I went to Glasgow, and I met young Ghanaians, now the courses that they are reading there, the masters in oil and gas, LLM, which is it is a in the future of Ghana. No. Nanado is not only investing in free SHSO, he's also investing in postgraduate education. Now, me as a youth organizer, it is my duty to make sure say all these people data. We've created actually a skilled set database. And we are planning to provide an internship program. I didn't know and yes, that's sorry I know you. And national service, the policy about when you finish this, it's minimum internship so that you go and use your knowledge to help the nation. This is what we call a forward-thinking government. Apart from that, the scholarship secretariat alone, Abuche any Ghana Hankwan, so far this year alone, 30,000 Ghanaians, irrespective of your party colors. Because when I went there, there were Ghanaians that we saw almost on my MPP program.
Excuse me, Wami. Please, cheer for you. Take it course. Why? You can say after half past, you take it course. Why? Yes, Rema. Thank you.
And then I can say, Nana do no man now, yes, or that's sorry I know you. So if you build infrastructure and the people who can't, we don't have the skill to perform it, what's the point? Now maybe air con nepotism. If I've answered and quashed the meaning, you can feel open more than but let me say one year research need. Say nepotism, Openicula. We are said here.
Sami Jemfi say, Edumano, Nana do neighbor we are no more family and friends. And in terms of decision making, if I take instead of the right people doing the job, they're putting wrong people in the jobs because they are within the family.
You see, Adia na ye mare hopa ketsie pa. Asem we enra na Sami Jemfi kan you.
Yes.
On Monday, NBC, the major flagship said you need ideas to run this country. What for a mammoth press conference? Enra. We thought say when your policy be a modiba be come and say free SHS no say ye be ye no ebia ye the policy way ba my gun of one you say ampa and we say the NBC for the be ye be why by I was a nepotism na nyame ni nukreni. As a president of the country, the president has 6,000 appointments to make.
Can be your line.
6,000 appointments to make as the chief commander of the country.
According to Gabi.
You see, on 50. Let's do the calculations. Now 50 Obi are only qualified to do the job that they are doing. They should come out with it. Now idea eyemi ya. Me tenya me say for MPP and President Akufo-Addo say. Yeah, bauxite, natural resources, the reserve, which is estimated at over 1 billion or even more than billions of dollars. Na eye Ghana nyina yenye dia yenchirima ni omo mebe nyina dia no. Few weeks after ya to abanewie na ye declare who president. Say when Lucy hand over. Few weeks for you to go no. Who signing almost 70% of that reserve to your younger brother, one person.
Stop the falsehood. You see,
one person.
Stop.
Please,
for the sake of your time.
You find your time.
We are here for the sake of your time.
I will take care of that.
You interfere with my submissions a lot.
Oh no.
Yeah. Let's be very decent. Okay. I did not take you on. I didn't take you on.
Listen to me.
I did not take you on. When we are having a conversation.
Yeah, but
if I will ask that question. Where is the evidence? No. You are letting me know. Leave it. You interrupted me a lot. No. If I didn't to malign people. It is false. What is saying is false.
Why is it false?
The bidding process took place way before the election. Okay, evidences have come out. If you allow him to go this way, he misinforms the viewers. Let's have some respect for the people who are viewing the show.
Can I continue my submission, please?
What you're saying is false.
Please,
I will ask the question.
No, you are not the moderator.
But you are what you're saying. No, what you are. You see, I won't sit here. I won't sit here. And just look at
what I'm saying is,
some evidence.
No, I don't have to
also.
You see, when I come here, and when I come here to talk about the developments of Ghana, I don't come here. You say it's conversation. Yes, I don't come here to converse with Kofi. I come here to converse.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth to the people of Ghana, and they are aware. They can go to Ghana Web right now. How did he lose that contract? Now, how did he lose it? And how much percentage?
There was no parliamentary approval.
That is what they care about. That is what the boss says.
Please. When is your
respect the viewers. Be careful with the falsehood. Respect the viewers. Take me to the court. Respect the viewers. Tell Ibrahim please. Tell Ibrahim
you are making a delay process.
Let's be factual.
Why? Okay.
So what I'm saying is that the president, I mean, see Ghana for, he has 6,000 appointments at his disposal. All by year. 50. Say, if you are waiting,
mention of a girlfriend has coming.
And then okay, and he said, me you organize it, and the medium say,
who are saying that? Some people visit the girlfriend, Lala the girlfriend, former girlfriend,
me cry me the post kitty while MPP you here from youth organizer. So over me program part now be who they are and May and I say now me no be now be interested in girlfriend.
You see how the you see
do you have the DNA evidence? No, you see these are some of the but like I said,
we're not saying girlfriend. We're saying
like I said, I am not here to do this banter.
There is a child involved.
I am here to no mama no see.
Okay.
The American say nipa baako. Even if it's illegally wrong, morally it's even more corrupt. Say you have a week to leave office. You know.
Hold on, caller. Sorry.
And I'm quoting the former youth organizer of NBC. Say the bid Adina was Simon and I didn't have parliamentary approval. I am quoting my best friend who sat here Kofi Tori.
But that is what the Supreme Court
is it. Okay. You see, Mami, but you know who signed 70% among me and one from Kudi. Nanado Baye in his wisdom. Do you know what MPP has done? We've actually set a big border and not a sign of hydro deal no everyone and Kanyami and Ben and the Ghana for Yami Shram Namu Kosun to Obama MPP. And young Tuama President Kufuadwa and Ibrahim Mahama actually the 70% reserve of Ghanaian bauxite.
Kofi Bema, you committee by NTA Collianza. But I want a friend after a friend.
Yeah, hello, could I patch up your friendly citizen, the Freffy Edmonton?
Thank you, citizen. Now, citizen, ready a vessel. Yeah, 1 minute through because we have a lot of callers. Why?
Okay, that's very simple. Running up to 2016 elections, during this period, MPP as a responsible opposition, we were putting to Ghanaian, we were professing to Ghanaian say, the Bible one plate one down. We were professing to Ghanaian say, the Bible one district, one warehouse. We were professing to Ghanaian say, the Bible free senior high school. Me beside NDC, but I sat now what are the alternatives to
are you asking Mr. Kofi?
Is he asking us to be like them?
Are you asking a question, Anna? And I say you're making a general.
No, I'm making.
Is he asking us to be like them?
I'm saying I'm going to answer.
Yeah, as we speak now, what is the alternative to free senior high school? What is the alternative to candidate food and job? Or alternative to double tracking and alternative to not calling 100,000 employment and the alternative message to Ghanaians and then the way.
Thank you.
Everybody ask Lukula, they should stop wasting Ghanaians' time. They should tell us what their programs and policies are. Now we just squad yes, over 1,000 as we speak now.
Thank you, Kofi. Wait a minute, answer that question.
That is what he said.
Thank you. Wait a minute, answer question now.
No, I don't have to answer such fraud questions. Don't put such fraud questions to me. One village wonder, have they done it? Have they done it? Do I have to live by the standard of somebody who makes promises and cannot keep? Is that how Ghanaian, the NDC, which is a serious party, should be measured? That NPP goes on making frivolous promises that they have not been able to even live up to.
Hold on,
and that the NDC should live up to it?
Hold on.
Is that the question I should be answering?
Okay,
then I'm not being serious. If I should live up to a standard of a government, of a political party that make promises and cannot keep them.
Thank you. But you want a friend, not referring.
My name is Camfrey Shaggy, more thing mouth.
Thank you.
Mr. Bosheba. Free, Hungary, Budapest.
When the first time I had to Kenny.
Ali, opening.
Yeah.
My friend here, who I think is a power for my break. Thank you, Facebook, and we are now.
Thank you.
My friend Shaggy says, so my MPP UK, YouTube.
Oh, we patch out for back, why? For some reason, the line I can't take.
Organized call, yes, sir.
Please, call back, why? Call and you lose, Pacho one friend African. Hold on, caller. Me Pacho, you know, Kasa Hungary, you know, yesterday friend call back. Me Pacho one friend African. Hello.
Pacho,
yes, please. Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
especially Mr. Josh, we are proud of you. I had now,
1 minute rule, why? You were a lot of.
I don't know problem. It doesn't be Mr. Hassan. But when I can't remember my Mr. Kofi Adore, so many meetings in America, so Mr. Kofi Adore.
No, it's fine.
So, the free SHS now, Rama, over what's going to now, over 1,400 something, I know. Like a primary apple school about and the president. As a educator president, I don't education portfolio. That will require not.
What do you want them to do?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Pachawan Efre. Hello, Pachawan Efre. Now, Efre. Oh yeah, call no kate. You man call why? Yeah, that's it.
Yes. And the only chairman of them are Richard, and the Samson check is here. My I read the national organizer, my NPP. But you see, politics in your manual section is a serious business. It's a serious and complex business. What that is. So they confess it. One would have expected, say, on my opinion, and I would have any free SHS about. We expect the opposition to come and tell us that free SHS now more. This is our alternative ideas. I guess you better be in here. And no, Yansan Kano, and then minority in parliament, minority friendly taxpayers to take Chomoka, 18 people, so air cast a free SHS by here, and was from 1,400. And I am opening where you do mine. My Benya Ufwabo, I did not about address the concerns of unemployment in Ghana. What is the ideas from the NDC? A big my Benya Ufwabo, I restore necessary teacher training allowance every time open.
Okay, the phone, keep on cutting. God, you are another caller. No,
God is not.
Hold on, caller. Oh,
God is the one intervening in that call. When you are spreading falsehood, that's what happens. 2 times he tried, the call cut.
You call again.
Okay, thank you. But God is involved. Hello, yo, Mr. Haruna Manenko.
Yeah, basically, I didn't politics of Papa, so I'm trying to tell you. Well done. What's African Prince now?
Mr. Kofi Adole.
Okay, Kofi Adole. Ghana politics and can't continue. MPP for you, so all the politics be brave. And by now, we expect to say MPP for so all men can check Ghana for say, or API, politics and I have to buy them. You're better than MPP for you. But as I'm now more country in 2 more million discuss it. 2016 by now, I don't about me, our MPP. Or the same people about to one against the national discourse. Really, discuss it. MPP for all family, it will never see. All pressure in your echoes, so family, it will never see everywhere in the UK, Italy, Germany, America, everywhere. Donald Trump, now content national, and everyone, as long as we are qualified, and the NDC, Papa, can't tell you or alternatives, or bar, or by
thank you. What's in my open wayno? Say alternative to what is going on. It seems like course not crashing. Okay, you call the next point. Now, Sami Jemfi describe Nanado as memoir. Hold on. Sami Jemfi describe Nanado as even worse than Idi Amin.
Yes.
Worse than Uganda. You can say Jane Bedel Bukasa.
Yes. Mami Kai.
Call away you lose no Kasa.
I want to read something to you, and this is to the attempt to use Ibrahim Mahama's company or the contract to equalize in order to dilute the gravity of the issue of nepotism. There's a report on Ghana Web.
Hold on.
By Ghana Web on the bauxite contract regarding Ibrahim's company. It says, but the document in the possession of the Herald newspaper from the Minerals Commission, dated January 13th, 2014. That was not December 2016, as he was claiming. Okay, shows that the company was rather involved in a competitive bidding process with 3 other companies before permission was granted for the prospect for bauxite in the concession, which stretches into the tunnel of Finn Forest. The next paragraph says, details gathered from the Minerals Commission letter signed by Joseph Abwaji, Director, Policy Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation for Dr. Tony Obin, the then Chief Executive of the Commission, shows that 3 other companies, BCS Company, Ghana Limited. Please. I'm finishing on this sentence. 3 Ghanaian companies bidded. Competitive bidding was done in 2014. Okay. So if he comes here and he tried to create a situation, create the impression that Mahama, after losing election, gave a contract to the brother, that is false.
That is what happened.
That is
why the Supreme Court quashed the.
Hello, yeah, Manu Koi.
Yes, in fact, show me specifically with a question. The question is, almost talking about family and friends. Are these people qualified to do the job in the first place? And secondly, are they doing their job?
They are not.
For the people.
They are not.
To benefit for the nation. I don't see any problem about it. Here, there was both in the brother or your parliamentarian. So far as they are qualified to do their job and not stealing from the nation, I don't see the reason why
they actually
criticize about it.
Yo, thank you.
If my person to the man over there is, can you check a memoir? When the platform, so if there's one that kind of pressure of mine, I see I hospitals, I see roads, family, I can't find any job. It wouldn't matter contract, man, who completed PRMA, and so the movie one, I say, can't find a job.
Thank you.
They say government official, or just say, we need to and so on the capacity development. And it's a more this is one moment to me after the
thank you.
Let's try to add opposition party and the government more for them to do a proper job for the nation, for the people to benefit from it.
Thank you.
And it's all back on the job platform, so don't kind of quite clear map for now. We issue when it's a Ghana for one of the 2 and to was there, the 2
yeah, that was right. Yeah, that was
bye.
Mami can be sure.
But I want to hold on. At here for hold on, caller. At here for yes, someone at here for more lucky page. Right? You invite him. We have invited all of you. Mohamuti and say. Moonlight page. Yes, Rema, Moonlight page. Why? Yes, Rema.
I did not what kind.
Why?
I did not what kind. Originally, the source was from Herald, and it has been declared that the story was not true.
More who's a man like a page, and why? Right? What me patch what like a page? What call I? What's it?
Like it. Using the phone now. Be sure soon and be first. Yeah.
Okay. This is a player. I check it what like a page. Okay. You patch your browser.
Your friend in Mama Mobi.
Now preferring.
We're preferring North London.
Okay. Man, Kawai. 1 minute rule. Mr. Adoni Ama comment.
My mentality scenario be now. Mr. Say Obiati, so me see, Kula, woman now will pay no dread, or see, or the assembly but she's no longer going to forgive you, or the assembly court. If I say this and you do not get me to clarify, to get the case out, as I speak, Obia will see Obeka say, oh, Kula is a rapist because Obiaka online. That is the scenario MP Pinu Odiba. What he was saying is to
Richard Jemfi, Mr. Richard.
And what Richard was doing was perpetuating falsehood. So as a moderator, out of respect for him, I guess so program so wants to put it there and then. And now trying to continue and do that because of disrespect here. And I also want disrespect here because by allowing him to do that, and I want to give credit to Comrade Adoli for insisting
no.
And that's point. And that set the example more. Nothing, it is falsehood, no. It's not about points. It's about damaging reputation.
Okay, thank you very much.
Men accept to say, listeners.
Thank
you. You see, the GMPC revelation that came 2 days ago.
Hold on, Kola.
GMPC Assembly Abontin, which revealed about 1.5 million was going to be given to Ochini. Okay, we all know. Nobody needs to repeat the facts. President Akufo-Addo of fee. We all know this. He's a subject of Ochini. In fact, he's a family member. Gabi Ochidaku, the wife, is on the board of GMPC. And we all know, Gabi Ochidaku is more like the de facto prime minister of the government. Listen to
prime
me.
minister.
The first lady,
allow me to
President Akufo-Addo's wife, also benefited from the monies that were doled out from GMPC. But as we speak now, the latest financial statement of GMPC has shown that they are in need of funding. Okay, they have overrun their budget for just the latest financial period, but they have been able to allocate these funds to these people. 120,000 for the first lady, 1.5 million for Ochini. Now, the question is this. No, the question is this. You see, the effect of the nepotism is this. Do you think Gabi Ochidaku's wife would oppose a decision of the sort to give money to Ochini? She will not dare.
Thank you.
The decision to give 120,000 to the wife of the president. Do you think Gabi's wife, who is on the board of GMPC, would oppose it? That is the orchestrated stealing. That is the stealing we are talking about as a result of the nepotism.
Okula, asema wakano. When I'm starting make I say, I was so impressed by just our visits to Scotland. Do you know if you go to Dundee University, one of the most revered students in oil and gas, or a lawyer and a banker in oil and gas industry, is Mrs. Gabi, Mrs. Otri Dakun, who happens to be the wife of Gabi. And the woman now afraid earlier no say, sending more positions. No, in fact, the lady graduated from Dundee University doing LLM in oil and gas with distinction. Who called Dundee University? I go to their motherboard. The lady is there. She is competent enough to be there. Until asema mo can say any pa 50 na mo ka ho asem ni nyina no. Munyi de onye competent ni enfiri mu. Na Ghana we are
graduates in Ghana. You are not
350,000.
You are adding more from Scotland. What are you saying?
50,000.
People are looking for you.
Unemployment question.
Allow me to talk because I want to prepare my hey, Masa, asema ye kani enye. She qualified with distinction. Now, as a make us a many students. Now we write letters. Yes, set up program. We have Asante. I was the vice president for Asante Students Union in KNUST. We write letters to these big firms, even this country. So we did their bylaws. It is their social responsibility to help. Why did you just pick Rebecca Foundation? Why did you not talk about Yoko? Why did you not talk about GA? Why did you not talk about boxing? Ghana Boxing Association almost so more than 50,000. The more than 50,000, and also President Akufo-Addo what fascinating Moses Samwani for. And I say GJA boss no and also related to President Akufo-Addo. Sometimes when we come here and we speak as educated young people, we want to aspire to be politicians. Let's be circumspect in what we speak.
Because money was given to you.
The line
for the first lady to also hold on.
We write a letter to them. Okay, they have the social responsibility.
Can take money because you want to.
Can we listen to your comments, please?
I am telling you something.
I said here.
Oh, please. Come
Okay.
It's
entity.
Okay.
Yes, I'm even more to us. What's the one that friend? Hello.
Hello.
Please speak. Can you obey my Kasaka Sekakra? Why? But I want to
I tell a friend Collins Kwame Lo.
Kwame Lo, who friend?
I'm actually friendly Croydon.
But you what like a page, you know?
But my like on both Facebook and national.
Okay, and spread the news for us. Why? Thank you. Yamal Star, it's 2 minutes. Why? Instead of 1 minute.
All right. But that is the second time I'm in more program.
Yo, thank you.
Yeah, Obina recommended me from Australia.
Oh, thank you.
So maybe Mr. Kofi, NDC Regional.
Okay, Mr. Kofi Adoli.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's too late in the day. Ghana for the facility near Omba differently. For now, in the MPP for a free senior high school to have teachers kakra. But I think that the determination to make sure that we're protecting teachers are young teachers almost about 800 dormitories and schools to make sure that we're offsetting double tracking, or more alternative to double tracking, or more Magana phone, or more alternative to NAMCO, or more Magana phone, or more alternative to Free Senior High School, or more Magana phone, or more alternative to railway infrastructure, MP for using videos, pictures, and your green book. If it's artistic impression, you put it in the physical they should tell us all policies are already the bar, and then you're thinking outside of the box.
Yeah, that's Thank you. That's very you caller we sent you no that what this caller have said.
MPP line it's very obvious that this is MPP.
Hold on, I call her. It's only
it's an MPP it's one of the orchestrated calls that they've organized for the.
Oh, okay. But one refrain.
Mr. Kula, good evening. My friend is Shirley, MPP UK Women's Organizer.
Okay, Shirley. Yeah, where is why like your page, because and yes,
you like it practice. Also, mommy 3 minutes.
The own like it, my share me who I like it, what here. Me too. No, I catch me. It's you. Mommy, I go master Mr. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, 1 minute.
Mommy, 2 minutes, Mr. Kula.
There is no like you pay. Like we are no about. It's about 1 minute.
Mr. Tomate.
Yo, 1 minute, yeah.
Mr. Cho, before we feed so now, many other married as they say. When you're the job now or educated ND before, because I'm educating pa. Now, myself or few days now, my invited Ghanaians, now saying I'm about Saturday. Your legal clinic is free into Biambra, Hello Tottenham, 7 Sisters Hall, Excel House, 1 to 6 p.m. Your mind to try about Obio Long Catas. I'm the NDC. I'm not touting Volta region as their stronghold for a long time. Now, almost share a Hokika, Volta region, Edishia, President Nanadwa. Now, it's just almost normal to swing here because only Yamashion. Oma will say, only World Bank or baby, and as they say, you know, what I pep, only time you require that your membership as a Volta region. And I am Shishia. I'm almost sorry to be yes, that press conference, yeah. And I'm thinking I make us Mr. Kula. Now say you can appointments and in nepotism. Mr. Kula, 1851 on the boy. And this a more fun and yellow correct. Now if you're young for one out of doubt, let's say without admitting to say yellow correct, say a yellow crack. 51 appointments no more can only wine and a double salary. Only wine and a year incompetent. Only wine and a year bad by the national insta. Ah, what been via Ghana for Sika?
First lady.
61 people no okay, only wine and a ginger. Yeah, actually, mama and one of them reaching baby. Mama hammer is free.
She award the looting at you.
Why Anna I suffer from?
Okay, thank you.
Why Anna?
Yeah, that was it. Your college baby, yeah, that was it. 51 competent family members. Shelly, your college baby.
As some make that Shelley as his own friend. I think it is very important. Say, MPP UK, we are very vibrant. Now, we can support the programs line up now. A money, you know. Sometimes people don't know their welfare and stuff. So the legal clinic now, women's in MPP UK, Saturday, I recommend. Now, let's say Omega 4, say move cover my and I mean, it's a massive program we can talk about.
I like it.
Oh, I like it. MPP 4, you like it. Now, me to us what I can say. You see, NBC4 has been exposed. Because I said, I'm going to buy email that to say, if you really want any, or if you really have any idea to support the NDC in their upcoming manifesto, give it to me. And in the next day, with your communication director, after press conference, everybody was, hey, NDC for alternative policies are on what about match MPP now. Now, my baby now was in the nepotism 50 over. You see, the Urbanica NHS we have shaken the grounds in Volta region. So we share a doma a because of the policies and the good works now. A shaky NDC for baby. And what they actually did, it was uncoordinated, it was senseless.
Okay, thank you. Who will be cancer?
Yes, my main point is
can you reduce your noise level, please?
The main leg of the discussion is Ghana's economy, which is where we started from. He depended on the World Bank report. The latest World Bank doing business report about Ghana shows that we have declined 4 points. Togo next door. Do you know how they fared? Togo has progressed 40 points. Togo, which is next to Ghana, has progressed 40 points. Ivory Coast, which is on the other side of Ghana, has progressed 12 points. Doing business in your country, those two countries next door to us have progressed. Our country, under the tenure of the jolly riding President Akufo-Addo, has declined 4 points. These are evidences that the government cannot control, even internally. ISA report is indicating that the economy is heading for Armageddon. The growth that they are talking about now is as a result of investment made by President Mahama at in the energy sector.
Thank you. But one friend, not refrain. You're frozen. Oh, will you call us? Sorry, why?
So I make the point. Because of, for example, ENI, all the oil blocks that are firing right now, that are producing oil, are investments that were made before Akufo-Addo became president. As we speak, the first effort we made, of course, the oil will produce now. Tell us one.
Please, you are talking too much.
You don't know what you're saying. Kofi, don't save him. Let him tell us one oil rig that is producing oil today that came under Akufo-Addo. Tell us. The floor is yours. I will tell you. Tell us. Now we said now that the backbone of our tell us what Akufo-Addo was your government, the representation and your core. The Ivory Coast will come winning. Evidence. The viewers are watching. How are you winning? The floor is winning.
Who is the under what administration can you discover? That is where we have to start our argument. That is where we have to start the argument.
Don't talk too much.
Economy, I was saying it was the Richard saying now the Akufo-Addo has achieved things in the oil sector. What we have achieved. Give us one contract, the evidence, and that is why the voter region, all of them were on votes. You see,
Musa Adamu, I think
that is the reason why we have a reason why we've taken voter region.
Mahamat's oil investment is giving you Mahamat Sweat
Under what administration?
is giving you.
Hold on. Can we listen to the caller, please? But I want to not prefer.
Well, caller, me, every Musa, the organizer UK.
Thank you, Mr. Musa. But I like your page, you know. Oh, sorry. Hold on, Musa. Hold on. Yeah, go. Malenko. Yeah, Malenko. My phone number one, yeah.
I say, I'm a person I can't say. Kind of fool. So, send me on your decorated yellow crap. Woman can be moving. There doesn't be a move. Say that I say, people's idea. So, Obimra, no lecture, say, yeah, I didn't say, as far as I'm buying you. I know you're all doing that. But yeah, I don't draw to I have a book on my mind, and they're out of place. And what I ended before, and why go to 1992 and Parliament, you know? Obviously, I'm being a passive warning and my own tongue toes, and then back no more than a constitution. And no, you're getting to a twice, and they yet have to a year. It is a name for all who say, obedient is as a whole. We can't work on assembly something for by and about the people. It is not out of place.
Yes.
It's no money on myself because I get to a 20 year and then not to go to Uganda by a moral relation some of the okay. But the way who said, I didn't hear what's made a person. That's it. And you fucking say, you're alternative with that. I wouldn't alternative. And to my dear, and near my I was done to buy another selling one, I will be book. And then one of them, what I say, move it Nako, Aqua be a no, there are 3 examples. But also say,
the crack say.
And you can't make that say, of foreign year amazing, and what I should want you, then we are since you say, we can or kind of create a book for one. And yeah, what you are woman to be a Eddie, don't say it.
Please,
why? Me patrol, me tell me person will be able to say to be able to say, schools go with your room. So what your class and just what you room. Normally, never very clear. I said, John Dramani Mahama, their schools will see where we see the dear and baby part of the
Thank you. The chairman of the National Peace Council, Reverend Professor Emmanuel Asante, identify the large unemployment rate in the country as a potential source for religious extremism that can lead to terrorism. Now, phase was say the high rate of unemployment means particularly the youth. Or see, I'm a youth, my very kind of living dangerously. Now Omaye vulnerable and they have no jobs. So when people come and promise them all sort of things that they follow. No, and what is your views about that? Who wants to go first?
I'm happy to go. I know that the MPP is quite scared.
We're giving 2 minutes to summarize.
They're quite scared of.
Let's answer the question.
They're quite scared of.
Before I was on the call, you quickly. But I want to prefer.
But
Adam, okay, hold on. You have another caller. Ube Yabamwakasa, hold on. Why? Okay. Okay, Adam, go on. Now, Adam, what like you page you are? Yes, Rawa. Phone or voice quality.
Whatever voice is it?
Aha, yeah. What like you page, you know?
Wait a minute, I'm questioning the question with Thomas NTV for now. And the NTV for free education.
But all like you page, you know?
Oh, I like it.
Okay, then encourage other people so mobile. The phone cut off. Please call back. Why? Okay.
You see, the MPP, they are very scared of confronting this particular issue. Do you know why?
Hold on. But you want to make why? One afraid. Oh, free. Hello. Yeah, but you want a friend afraid.
MPP communicator UK.
Oh, okay, Mr. Ose. Okay. And now I like the page. Yes, no. Okay. I can tell. Okay.
And I think that we're talking about the state of Ghana's economy. But you're very to now.
Yeah, 1 minute rule, but while I keep it, I'm out 2 minutes into Manenko.
Okay, I can say, with economy, it's a normal economic indicators and micro economic indicators. Rate GDP growth, NDCP growth, 3.7, NPP growth 6.8. Okay, now oil growth, so a money we found one at the score back one. NDCP growth 4.6, NPP growth 5.4. Okay, physical deficit. NDCP could do 9.3%. NPP show due to competence and good economic management. They are about 4.5. Get to GDP 73%. NDC every year. They are better show 64.4.
Does that translate to 54,000 hospital beds?
15% only. Inflation 15.4. NPP about a so 9.9. So what is the government telling us? What is COVID telling us?
I just don't understand.
Does it translate to hospital
When it
beds?
comes to the economy, we are nowhere near.
Does it construct?
But look, governance is a serious business. As we speak now, NDC for all the training of alternatives are on Ghana for all summer, all message.
Thank you.
Now, Ghana for time always on unnecessary press conferences. Family and friends. What is family and friends? No, could have been running up. I'll get able to tell you, say, I didn't know that this is 51 million. I could not do. I'm able to tell us, say, incompetent, and I'm able to tell us that.
Okay, yeah, that was it. Call us in the door, so why? Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it, yeah.
If you set up a situation where the first lady is able to take 120,000 Ghana cedis who is the overlord of where the president and his appointees come from, is able to take 1.5 million from the account of GMPC at a time when GMPC is struggling to finance itself. Are you telling me that nepotism is not wrong? When the evidence of it is showing, are you telling me that nepotism is so wrong when the family and friends of President Akufo-Addo orchestrated to create the PDS scandal that for the first time in our history, government of Ghana had a confrontation with the United States government whereby they took a very difficult decision to withhold 190 million from us under President Kufuor. It did not happen. Under Mills, it didn't happen. Under President Mahama, that didn't happen. This is the first time our country has been embarrassed so much. But on the issue of security, with the Peace Council, but you haven't made me speak about it. On the issue of security, look, it is a very serious matter. Experts on security in the sub-region are warning about the situation in Ghana.
You're talking about the National Peace Council.
Yes, Ghana has a very young population. A very young population. What you do to make sure that that population, the youth, don't become easy recruits for crime is to ensure that they are in education or employment as much as possible. As much as possible. Not a token action. NAPCO, 100,000 out of millions. What about the rest? What you do is to create opportunities for them. As we speak now, a lot of the regions, people are crying. I'm sure you have seen the videos. They want roads. People are angry about the abandonment of road projects. Bolga Boku, in July 2016, President Mahama Kaksord creates
the government yesterday.
Yes.
Danado said that they will create a lot of jobs near you. Now the
Reverend
is saying, no, this is not the case.
It's not the case. So what is the reality is that Reverend Asante is not NDC. Reverend Asante is not NDC. He's the chair of the Peace Council. He has no interest in partisan politics. We must take his views seriously. Dr. Ekweseni of the Kofi Annan Center has been warning about this situation. As we speak, a lot of people are angry. If you see, listen, this is a very serious matter. Let me tell you, the road between Bolga to Zebila, Boku to Pulmakon is a major road. If you have a business that transports maybe goods from Bolga into Togo, and that road is good, you save money, you can employ people, you can make profit. President Mahama started that contract in July 2016. After Kurus Galval, the company that constructed the Kwame Nkrumah interchange in Accra, when they finished, they moved their equipment to Upper East to start the contract. Up till now, the project has been abandoned. A lot of youth have been displaced in that region. That is the consequence of the incompetent government. We are getting from a
comport yourself, you see, the national security Reverend Asante, I mean, he's spot on. And me kasano in my opening remarks, I mentioned and sa enye jumano or something bibi money. Now you have agreed with me that on the new front, enticing to disengage people from doing crime, especially the youth, is to number one, get them into education and create opportunity for them to get employment. What is the approach of MPP? The approach of MPP first when we came is to currently we have 1.2 people, 1.2 million young youth in education, free of charge. Apart from that, and I can say postgraduate scholarship secretariat.
1.3 million from where?
1.2 million.
In what?
We have enrolled in free SHS currently. Right. They are youth. Mebwana. NAPCO 100,000, now they are nearly 300,000 absorbed. Mumbai and Musi teacher training allowance, nursing training allowance, Muslim training, and we have absorbed almost 300,000 in that sector alone. Omuko school, Omujom allowance, Omusi. Apart from that, we had this old principle that when you are a nurse, you have a bond of 5 years. Meanwhile, the hospitals that we have at that time, into me into when we nursing now the TV. Now, Akufo-Addo called Barbados just recently. I said that I was in August thereabout. I think I came here. People were saying, and I want to quite rough. Do you know?
Is that the trip you went with his family?
Do you know the results of the trip? Currently, in Ministry of Health, nurses are applying and they are taking over 15,000 of our unemployed nurses to apply their trade there. When they come back and now we say economy back in Ghana at a point it was 1/4
So when these young nurses ply their trade and getting money in dollars and sending back home, it's still a way they employ a man for number one, the youth. Number two, so they enrich your economy because they foreign investments in them. And these are the ways they employ youth. Youth employment agency enrich ya. Look at the flagship policies
But one friend after free.
I'm sorry, maybe for free, Birmingham.
Yo, me that was say, we say, when you have patience, why am I in? Because what hold you on for a long time? You have about 2 minutes instead of 1 minute. Now, but you like your page, you know.
Oh, me like about me hopeful.
And my test one by one.
I don't know, but
when you like it, you don't like this one. Now, your friend say, your friend say, Mohammed, yo, man, call her Mohammed. Thank you.
Then person me can say, well, young man of a people was saying, so from the president's own mouth, so the channel. A Kruma journalist, you hold the president to his own promises. One okay say, I will not run family and friends government. One okay, this panelists who said the president no one promises and I say what promise. So when he's promising that, what does he mean? Is he taking Ghana for granted? And you know, I didn't know what if that cronyism and nepotism is why he's running from why is he running away from that? And then you end up packing your family in the government. Do you think in this country they will allow this? A serious country like this country, they will allow this nepotism? Do you know what nepotism means? You can cover up and you cannot prosecute your own. That's what it means. Yeah. So please, as a serious country, let us be serious. Regardless of whoever is in power. Why are you criticizing President Mahama for practicing nepotism? And you're doing more than him. What do you mean by that? Now you are telling us that, oh, they are competent. So the Mahama are not competent. Is that what you're telling us?
Do you want me to respond?
Okay. Secondly, a country like Ghana, if you want to grow the country, you want to grow the economy, infrastructure, either you like it or not. This token system, and youth employment, anyway,
you invest
look,
in your
it's a temporary system. You want to build the economy like Ghana, it's infrastructure. Since the independence of Ghana, we never seen the kind of development that we see under John Dramani Mahama. Yes. Now, any mistake. But if any leader will lead, will do all the what he has raised the bar. So that is governance. Your coma, any infrastructure. You can move there to land without any problem. This government.
Thank you. Why? You last call and why? Nothing. But you want a friend. Now free brain. But Mr. Adams, Maloko, yes, no.
A quick one. The question of comma a MPP gentleman or two.
Me patch a friend, Mr. Richard Jemfi.
Mr. Richard.
Which much running question or some question?
Yeah. My question, Mr. Richard, I just want to find out some petty maybe about nepotism now. More can accuse NDC for nepotism is not part of development. I guess even more Ghana. Munda nepotism, now facing the bull by the horns. Free education now more kind of. Wow, can be area say the upcoming youth don't want to be politicians one day. What type of politicians are you trying to be? Are you trying to be the politicians that we see now who are so corrupt that you people are scared to tell them that they are corrupt? Well, the free education that you're talking about, let me give you a quick example. Say, Akwati Sefi, that's Akwati East Lagos. That's what the East Lagos, they have free education, not when it's a Sefi, free education. There will never be a day, you don't need the rocket scientists to tell you, that the East Lagos will be better off than the Sefi. You don't need a rocket scientist to tell you that. You need to get the infrastructure built for that kind of thing. Free education will be very good. But we need to start it gradually.
Oh, we are sorry.
But that's no question. No. I mean, I was on the youth employment. It's my chichime who say, and you man, the problem. No, we are confronting the problem. We are confronting the problem because the president has seen that someone engaging the youth now. This is what is going to happen. And in your man, maybe can when you hope. And what's our youth employment agency? You see, the young man busy for apply. They set up a job center. I mean, you read it with the Ayina to Mupay, you know, some month for Mupay, a Jumanina, Eddie, or more a yato. The Omasa apply your trade abroad, where people are getting, the young people are getting opportunity to work abroad. Or maybe Omasa artisanry, because we understand that not everybody will be strong academically. Of course, there will be people almost so ain't me and school be obi away free, and so quite and human emuyi, will be the any in San Juma, will be the plumbing, will be the electrician, and we've created all these avenues. We but so will engage the youth so that we will desist from crime. That is how you as a government, and that is how you report to or you make up a new man or the base counter such these and new man crime na AC no. And to the American saying Papa say free SHS and infrastructure and no a boa Emma or mine tumpo. How many times?
You call an kind.
And I mean, can what I say? Infrastructure is not wrong, but you have to do it at the right time. You build a massive hospital, but you don't have the qualified people to run it. You build a technological firm, you bet me a Sidani Kakrasi, you produce some Samsung phone. But if you don't have the engineers with the technical know-how to do it, what is the point? So the first investment, to say the Singapore, they invested in their human resource, and it is the #1 bottom approach policy any government can do. And you catch me say free SHS no so be Trazaku, Ubisuti Sevia, and Muntino, you may free SHS no. So why back? And I want to know and as a young selected regions be you say okay, yeah, be free SHS. Na Ashanti region for Mabeko school free. Na Ghana Volta region for Entenefi. Openikula Ghana you won't bet me as hard way. So you see, sometimes you have to be bold and take a decision. I didn't know one case free SHS and there will be no problem. Even NHS at Krumha, it's over 70 years old. Yes, we are still having challenges, but a good government or a good leadership, when you encounter challenges, you sit down with your people to think about how you will counter that challenges. And that is what Nanado is doing. So the youth unemployment, we are matching it, and we will continue to roll out policies that will help the youth.
Okay, thank you. And here we are, Mr. Kofi, Yabama also can be about MPP or NDCs whose administration will ensure the future of youth development in our country. But you can in Africa. But I want to pray now. Ufre
The Patrick Frederick Brown in pretty Southampton.
Okay, Brown. Now, Minister, I want like your page, you know.
Oh, well, 8 years ago.
Oh, there be. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was what you call.
Thank you, I'm saying the team will be a regular listener for twice or so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, the back of me on this, I'm saying, NDC as a party, where Ghana politics are in the curve of next year or something, election. Now, there is no point, no message, no policy to campaign about rather than nepotism and a policy to campaign to win election. I think so. It seems the party is not serious.
And your question how do you about Mr. Kofi Anase?
Yes, it's like a question and then partial answer to him. Because you are in almost the end of the year. The next year, election year, you don't have a policy. You don't have a manifesto.
Is that your understanding that we don't have a policy?
You don't have if you have a policy, is it nepotism you are campaigning about?
No, nepotism is a problem. My brother, you see, respect people who are.
So let me finish. Let me finish. Say, if you have a message to the citizenry, now the nepotism, all this, because when you are talking of crime, when you're talking of
corruption and all those things. Look at the corruption rate.
Was Woyema a policy?
You understand? Look at
was Woyema a policy?
Listen.
Was Woyema, when MPP was singing Woyema, was it a policy?
But was it not a fact?
Was it a policy alternative?
MPP was singing PSHS.
No.
One district.
But was it a policy?
One village. One down.
Is nepotism not a fact? Is family affairs not a fact? Is family affairs not a fact?
Planting for food.
Yes,
That's what we're campaigning about.
Yes, no, okay. Oh, we become one Sunday at Fakoli.
Yes.
Hold on, caller. Why?
You see, organized callers, they will always do the lines that are given
cooler. Patrol, need power. Or yet disservice to your listeners because you have lots of followers. And if you can say organized caller, you are actually being
most of the people
who declare they declare the position by now. Let's be transparent. See, we are the people give to people respect them. Are you respect them? Thank you.
This caller concentrate on your point. Concentrate on your point.
Please.
Hold on, caller. 1 minute.
Too many times. When I'm making my submission, Richard, please respect the space. You know, too many times when I'm making my submission, I'm interrupted by calls. You see, the issue of unemployment is a very serious one. But my brother made a point that makes me feel he's very dangerous. That thinking, the thinking that he came to the discussion with, is very dangerous. Singapore did not develop by virtue of just educating people. Singapore developed by also investing in the country. They developed, Lee Kuan Yew developed by one, shaping the population, educating them, changing attitudes, having the stability that is required, but also investing heavily in the infrastructure base of the country. So, for example, the energy sector. President Mahama has given evidence of his policy orientation. One, investing heavily in infrastructure. One of the best hospitals, by virtue of the rating that was given to it, was the one in when you are going to Frafraha, I've forgotten the name. One of the hospitals that was built by President Mahama, was given an award recently. Rich Hospital. Most of the hospitals that were built by President Mahama are serving the people. For a business to operate, you need a healthy population. You need an educated population. You need an infrastructure that can serve the people. Please. I beg you. We had a lot of time. With how we just educate the population. 1 minute. Don't disrupt me. Don't disrupt me. If you are operating a business, you see, if you look at the World Bank rating, they drop Ghana 4 points when Togo is going 40 points.
That is not
up. The point is this: your environment for doing business, the quality of your employees, which is where I agree.
Direct investment.
Please,
so what are you talking about?
Stop this. You see, which is where I agree that education of your population is a fundamental factor. But that education must be of high quality. Are we having high quality education? We are not.
Yes, we are.
As we speak, the elective subject textbooks have not been supplied. A lot of the students
also not.
Please stop.
That is my background. That is not.
Stop. Respect the space. Okay. Respect the space. A lot of students are at home now. If you don't have a stable energy supply, your businesses cannot operate.
Thank you.
Mahama has invested in making sure that we have a very stable supply of energy.
Thank you.
In terms of our road network,
Thank you.
All that the government is unraveling.
You are going overboard. Because you have time. Your time gone, and I keep on saying thank you.
That is why.
But I need to. If I say Kofi, then leave it and go.
Then please, when I have my time, let it stay.
Please. Why? Your TV.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you are also, hold on, caller. You was also mentioning organized calls. I have to say to you, no one organized calls here. The people who are calling here, nobody organized them. What do you mean by organized call?
Why are you getting from?
No, what are you saying by organized call? When you say organized call, what do you mean?
Kofi.
No, I just want to know from your side, so our viewers will know. No, you are in a TV. I keep on saying that.
Kofi,
when you say organized call, what are you trying to say?
Kofi.
No, when you say, I'm asking you
a lot of the callers who call declared that they are MPP members.
Yeah, so what is wrong with that?
Is that not one? We are not organizing. No, I'm not organizing. They are watching the program and
they declare to you they are MPP members.
But they just call watching the program.
Is that not organized? So then you have to saying NBC people. Why are you not getting frustrated about this?
I'm just saying because you have to say that because you say that because they are going to start thinking.
And they are going based on facts.
Who is calling, please?
Where you are sat.
Yeah, I am not frustrated. The first time you are the first person here who is saying different things all the time, and you please mind the language. No, and yet, Jai. Okay, you're the first person who keep on saying different things all the time. Yeah, Simon. Yeah, can Simon? Yeah, I just saying.
Yeah. First of all, let me say something, Kula, on your program. First of all, can you and NDP guys stop intimidating our rep on your program, please?
It's obvious.
With all respect, can you stop intimidating the NDC rep on the program, with all respect?
Simon, can you concentrate on making your point? I want to concentrate. Can you go straight to the point that you want to say?
But I'm saying that you are intimidating
Simon, if you have anything on the program, say it. No one is intimidating anybody.
Yes, that's my observation. Okay, now let me go on. Richard, the MPP youth organizer, goes on to state that NDC has no alternative for free SHS, and nepotism is not a problem and all kinds of things. I want to tell him that nepotism, by good governance and best practices, is not acceptable. The UN has declared nepotism as an anti-good governance practice. Yes. If he cares to know,
I think it's not acceptable.
In any good governance system, it's not. It talks about NAPCO. For God's sake, is that the jobs you give to Ghanaians? I thought they said they will stop government measures, and there are thousands and thousands of NEPCO boys and girls who are roaming the streets, who have not been paid, and they are on TV and everywhere demonstrating. Just early this week, we had a youth in agriculture demonstrating on TV in the food growth. So what is he talking about? And also, before I go, he's talking about oil, that they discovered oil. I think we've allowed this thing to go on too long, and I think we have to stop it. First of all, Richard needs to bear in mind, and his MPP followers need to understand that the prospecting for oil did not start in the time of MPP. It started even before MPP came into power. And it started even in the days of Chachichi Kata. It was only a fluke that it so happened in Kofor time.
It was a fluke.
We have invested more in oil than
Thank you. You are on the World Wide TV. We have other callers, please.
We're talking about policies, and they keep going on about policies and policies. Have we not said
we have other callers?
We have said free SHS, and we've told them that the system will be reviewed. And it's about young people getting pregnant, and you said it's not a problem. It is because kids are staying at home. They are renting anything for them, and they are under the prey of all kinds of vices. Does that not make sense to you?
Thank you.
That you put young people go and rent a place for rent. Parents actually spending more in terms of rental and classes. So we're saying that we'll bring back proper free ACS. Does that not make sense?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Hold on. Caller, who is calling and where are you calling from? I think that your phone is not coming through. It's saying Mr. Ambrose on my phone. Richard, you heard what's going on, and also Mr. Okay, I think this caller has been calling as well. You know, for some reason it's not picking up.
Kofi, can I make a point?
Yeah. Okay.
First of all, with all due respect to you and the viewers, I do not intend to spoil the program. But when I'm making a point, it is because I have seen evidences upon which I am basing my point.
Hold on, caller.
Before I made my research submission, Richard had the space to talk. At that point, I observed. You sat coolly. He had the space. He made his submission without any hindrance. People were calling. They were not allowed in. But oftentimes, when I'm speaking, my submission have been interrupted so many times with calls.
Submission has been also
It is a genuine point I'm making. So I do not intend to confront you. Or if you know this is an
victim. It's not right. You pass the.
But it is important I register.
My view, concentrating one, we can talk.
You don't want them to free. The callers don't know where this show we are going to go.
Yo, man, still free state, man.
Especially Ohio.
Ohio, okay. Now you're frozen.
But you're coming at Daniel.
Oh, okay. Now, what like your page, you know? Oh, yeah, thank you. Right. You have about 2 minutes. Yeah, well done. Thank you.
Amen.
Yes.
But only politics, if you attach emotions to it, anytime you are going to take now your patch. In Ghana, you're having constructive conversations so that they are the other day, no, we are home for maybe so you see, sometimes they will go higher there. To me, and right before the other movement conference at the Lika Omoniama, which I do understand. But if they have the economy, because I can't remember, what do you call these people? I told our family. Mahama appointee all the families in Omunya appointee. It's what right now we Ghanaians we are looking for. The NDC should come out and tell we Ghanaians you say here you can't buy a beboa because in the 8 years in governance, NDC they can't tell us that we are right now and benefiting Ghanaians. But you are criticizing the government. Look at here. What the CNC have on that here. The same thing for Uganda and Amuya Didi and Tema Kupa do Numbi, a Kupa do ye or yet to have one to me near we say or came power has something the bread all the day no over here was in the budget of 1 village 1 dam in 41 on the north and yet they are not naked. It's visible a costo. If you know Papa yet you want and you should come out no more position on you say yes like we have your position you didn't compete because the multi on 2020, I'm telling you because since from today, I cover almost a year, not yet to about. You near a single manifesto, NGP 40 back, and Babbitt said, then I made my mama nearby because today, that
was it,
a blah, Ghana for a cold. I don't think that no Ghanaian will.
That's it. There were so many callers. Yeah, that's it. Mr. Ramon, hold on. Pacho, one friend, now free.
Hi, Mr. Host. Swazini, free seven.
Yo, man.
Yeah. Me chair, youth organizer, Richard, NDC, Redmond, so on. Yeah. With a very quick intervention. Answer the DIA, says the topic is about the economy. Yes. I mean, that's a fact to say. And the MPP, the way the economy is going, nobody can compare it to what Mahama or whoever was running the economy under Mahama did. There's a vast difference. But I also want to touch on 2 important things. So we keep using words like nepotism and everything else. You see, let's use this country.
When you say, 1 minute rule on, I'm just
telling my story. Even in this country, we have the Miliband, right? Brothers contesting to become a prime minister under Labour, right? Sometimes competency, if you are qualified and you can do the job, that should supersede every other unnecessary stuff. Most of these people that these NDC guys are talking about are already members of NPP. They've been members for years. Where were they? And then when we talk about free education, someone came on board trying to rubbish it. In this country, why do they have education? Also, infrastructure. When we talk about infrastructure, and you're dying in infrastructure, and then you're finding infrastructure. The biggest infrastructure government in Ghana, and yet technological infrastructure, by setting up the ID system, so that we will know who is Ghanaian, by getting up what we call paperless system at the port, by making sure that we go cashless and pay by other electronic means. Those are infrastructure. Once you do all these things, it will help. And education will also help the youth
not to be just the followers of politicians and do their dirty jobs. People they have to learn to know the difference between what is good for Ghana and what can help Ghana develop. Yeah. And that is why we should aspire. And not our night of Ghana.
Thank you.
Thank you and good
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Pacha one and friend after refrain.
Alright. Hello, this is Ambrose.
Oh, Mr. Ambrose. Yeah, long time.
The person was Obi control course man. He's doing excuse me, unethical to call it. So to me, you can't pick my call and just put it there for about 4, 5, 6, 7 times.
No, call not cut.
Why?
You are on the
He pick the call. He doesn't put me through. He doesn't say anything. I will be on the call and the line will cut off.
Well,
what is that? If you don't want us to call, just let us know.
Mr. Ambrose.
We are all contributing to make the program.
Mr. Ambrose, calm down. You are when you call, you are also on the waiting. But sometimes hold on. Listen to me, because we are the ones who are in the studio and we have our audience in front of me answering. We have our panelists here in front of us, answering the
yes, I even sent a message to what do you call it? The Kofi Annan to show it to you.
Yeah, but he can tell you that.
To me, what I say is deliberate. When I call, you pick the call, and that's it. Is that why we receive call?
No, what do you want us to do here? Well, I'm telling you, your call it was on the waiting, then it cut off. It's not only your call is cutting off.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, it's not once or twice.
Yeah,
more than 6 times.
You are all calling at the same time, Mr. Ambrose.
That's okay. I'm only express my opinion.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
all we can do is to apologize that the number of calls coming in, the volume of calls is a lot. So therefore sometimes it's a crash of calls and we don't have control over it. Yeah. Thank you. Hello.
Hello. Yes. President or culture of Volta region.
Now, before you go on, what I don't understand is, Mr. Ambrose, you even call me and talk to me. Even outside this program, I didn't even realize it's you. Sometimes you call and talk to me, and now you are calling arguing. I can't believe it.
No, it's somebody is controlling the call and the course.
It's me controlling it here, but the course is just cutting off. But let's.
That's okay. That's okay. There's no point to stress that one. What I'm saying is, all culture of Volta region, my monitor Volta region but I'm surprised, a whole president, manifesto promises are also fulfilled. They be our number say 1 district, 1 factory, 1 million per constituency, planting for food and jobs. It's not me expect to say. It can do some of the districts. Like if you have a yes project, school infrastructure, maybe you meal not to say or check. Me who say yes, the president is doing this project, and now say road when I'm at contract. Maybe how the road is faring on. The state of the contract, but all the district working are none. The implication is the president is deceiving Ghanaians because what you call commission get fund project NDC but what about yours? Who would also start and say, oh yeah, now why you that project be along all the route I want also. It is the deceiving Ghanaians. The same thing. What finance ministry? The most incompetent finance minister I can for that. All the budget statements these are buying by your money from 2017. They are sourced to foreign firms. Prime Minister he he doesn't do anything. Now, aside that, finance ministry, all the job there is being outsourced to foreign firms at a higher cost.
Yes. Thank you.
It is a next say the World Bank has rejected the report. Secondly, all the financial transactions are this are all in and I say kidney system so how to show transparency so the government Ghana for who say edwuma omo ye no that is in Ghana ye fair e show economic indicators portray the true state of the nation no he's not really he's staying outside the business.
Mr. Ambrose
who is portraying what do you call it a false economic indicators.
Thank you.
International world.
Yeah, no, what's up? You come back again. Yeah, that's it. Now, would they be after with you, even outside of here? Then we cry out and say, Mr. Ambrose, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, thank you. A lot of people are calling, thank you. Why? Yeah. Yes, sir, we'll call us. Yeah, I'm taking it easy by why. If you know, Mr. Ambrose sometimes call me and discuss politics with me. I didn't even realize it was.
Organized scholar.
Oh, okay. Pacho, we cannot like your page.
Oh, my liking page.
Yeah, that's it. Why? Manenko.
Yes, sir. If I try to say, the area no more LDC, the MPP for in there. The thing say, when what can be business a bad party now, and that so panelists who say, or no, or type you say who belong to party we and that's a party. Sometimes no, also Corona in there, opposition the government in power. Na ọbịa ya ejuma na we opposition na ope abẹ́rẹ́ na nípa náà wọ́n bẹ́ sùn wọ́n no obi máa wọ́n person education because kurom wa ni sɛ education yɛ free ɛma yɛ nkwalaa nyinaa eti no sɛ obi ma akwalaa no education na wɔka kyerɛ no sɛ ade a ɔyɛ ɛnyɛ sɛbi wosisi ɛdan nyinaa wie ansa na ɔma education na ɔmo a abɛ a wosi dan na ɔmo so ɔmo nyini no ɔmo duro yi fa ansa na ɔmo nyɛ ɔmo education eti mo sɛ abrawo kɔ no sɛbi wɔde ti bɔ nkɔsofoɔ ɛna ɛdi tumi ɛna wɔde tumi atena ti bɔ nkɔsofoɔ so eti mbɛdu mmiri bi a wɔnyɛ nipa bi a ɔmo bɛ bu a wɔn mmiri atwa mu nipa bi a bɛtoa so no baadɛ no ɔmo wɔn tumi ɔmo ɔmo education no ɔmo tumi mmua ɔman no next ɔman ntɛm bia no yɛkɔ akyi.
Nti wo question is yɛsrɛ wa because
my contribution is it's not just about NPC for MPP for no ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo direction a ɔman no ɛkɔ. So ti ne wo direction a ɔman no kɔ a yɛn nkɔka nipa baako 25 or 55 75 a ɛwɔ abɛrɛma ɛbɔ ɔman no kɔ soɔ sɛ ɔmo yɛ president ne busuafoɔ obiara de kufu a ɔyɛ president nua obiara de Adoa ɔyɛ president nua obiara de Asante a ɔyɛ president ba ɛno ne ɛmo ɔman ɛma wɔnyɛ serious opposition.
Yo, yɛda ase bebree. Thank you. Yɛsrɛ mo atiefo program a mo hwɛ no Omega Live TV. Na Omega Live TV yɛyɛ ɛnɔɔma bebree. Sɛ woyɛ party woyɛ ɛyie funeral anase meetings conferences we can cater for this even carnival in the park every year we be able to cater for it so we hear photography we hear video we are number one we hear printing items so we are number one able to cater for you say invitation cards able to yama so we be gift items able to complimentary cards, BBI betimaye, a funeral card, betimaye, lecture heads, any BBI betimaye, or betimatic posters, betimaye, or T-shirt printing, and betimaye. Say, who you BBI, betima contact and betima Sadiana. A bad photography, and I say video is why we are the number one. Oh, your wedding, don't look anywhere. Normally 0203 581 8794 0203 581 8794 after so no mo like your page you're sending invite am be mo programming send ya mamo na mo so no mo refer to other people so to like our page mo like your page why so unya ya yesrema mo like your page yeah, Mate and Oma Biblia Coso. Now, no more older people, and then Penny will be framing, or 60 years or 80 years. What take Noma Biblia Coso, a year minimum about free HHS, you know, a planting for food. Not only age, you know, or see the end of Hoban for Obi, where the 80, you know, and the party bang and a Mesha a bebwa until maybe some of you who wants to go first.
Listen, you see. Recently,
hold on, callers. Why? Hold on.
Police for government.
Hold on, callers.
They were going to do something about their Cap 30, which is causing a lot of discontent amongst the police force, within the police force. Why? Because they don't want their retirement, the time when they are retired, and want to enjoy the benefits of their toil when they were in youth, would be a torturous period. But this is a government that does not seem to care much about even the police when they are retired. One of the sources of funds that the government is targeting is pensions. Okay, and so quite obviously, it does not look like a government that is serious about people who retire. I want to give a key example of the policy orientation of the NDC, which is evidenced in what President Mahama has achieved when he was president. He invested heavily in our health sector infrastructure and also invested in, educating or having a very high number of nurses so that they could fill the hospitals that were being built. When you grow, we tend to visit the hospitals quite often. And so by making provision for health, health service, our older people will be taken care of, particularly when he has deployed health facilities to the hinterland, such that people don't have to travel to Accra to benefit from it. As we speak now, Tema General Hospital, in 2017, I lost my auntie in that hospital. And so this is a hospital, when it comes up, it's something, it reminds me of something. As we speak, the hospital is a 294 bed hospital. People in that hospital now, there is a video out by TV3, are lying on the floor because there are no hospital beds. Some are sitting in chairs.
It's not meeting the needs of older people.
Of the people, particularly the older ones, they will suffer most. You see them suffering, drips on them, and they're on the floor. When President Mahama was in government, he provided, you see constantly in the news, there are supplies of number of hospital beds to hospitals. Hospitals being completed, being commissioned, nurses having opportunities to be employed. But as we speak, this government is not doing so. If President Mahama has the opportunity, he will do more. He will provide employment for newly trained nurses. He will provide employment for doctors. He will provide employment for other allied services that are provided within the health service. I read a comment that is on your page by one Chris Dollar. He says 50,000 Ghana cedis was what the government gave to the flood victims of Upper East when they sent someone. But Ochihini alone is being given 1.5 million cedis of their tax money. That is how Ghanaians are feeling.
Richard, you remember what was? Hold on. Pacho one friend after free.
But minimum because some program so call a bisa sama to me Marcus Namans because my visa question one to man bisa.
Oh, what was our question when I was and then making sure
let me ask again because it's very, very important to me.
Okay.
Because
wine.
The MPP guy, is he Richard?
Okay. Yeah, Maninko, okay.
Because we are building a nation. Yo,
Maninko.
Other MPP, but me NDC, I don't hide it. My question is, during the MPP time, they use Wariomi at any point in time. Nobody stopped them from doing that. It's within their rights. Because it's an opportunity for them to do so. They are doing it and they've done it to win the power. Now, when Mahama appointed one of his relatives Akufo-Addo started in Kumasi, or no one and no can say, I will not practice family and friend government. Question me, Pisa Richard, he said, when Akufo-Addo is saying that, is it not fact said? Or one Memuma Assam said, there's you and the papa. Why is he practicing this same when he is in opposition? He's saying that he is not right.
Thank you.
And the second.
No, another caller. You have only 5 minutes to close the program.
Second. Nobody should create impression. Said NDC and free education. If you don't like free education, we will start building school infrastructure. Even though if you say it's in hinterland, we don't care.
Your time is yes, sir. Right, thank you.
Okay, Mohammed Medasi, no question.
Let you take it this last caller. Right, also 1 minute. Yeah, more fun analysis. But you want a friend after
be interrupted.
Why,
yes, sir.
Just a short correction. MPP no can be far.
Mr. Richard Jemfi.
Mr. Richard, yeah, okay, people local government service was more employed. The man I was saying, data collecting here, research here, local government, Nipa, a certified Nipa in 2011, yeah, and one of the researchers we collected data for local government service at the time 2011. NDC for more than 10,000 people to the various district assemblies. Or I wanted to 2012 budget statement. It is there.
You thank you.
Now we on the floor.
You need time. I can't
people in oil and gas. And the NDC Petroleum Commission 2012. Now we introduce you professional integration program. On which is the Ghana Ghana is being operated solely by Ghanaians. Those people from Skynopec.
Thank you. Ambrose, we don't have time.
May I answer Mohammed here and then I'll come to Mr. Ambrose. Mr. Ambrose, with all sincerity and humility, what you are saying is lies. It's not true. And number one, what I want to tell you, say, 2016, Ubisa Akure Biase campaign ben MPPA obetimi aka 5 actually. That is the difference between MPP and NDC. Ubisa 2016, NDC and John Mahama, what was their campaign song? And I said their campaign messenger, it was Idebi Keke. It was Idebi Keke. Now the Idebi Keke no lose off in Aoba. MPP campaign message. Akrabia Beka chose #1 free SHS. Obi Obeka chose 1 district 1 dam. Obi Obeka chose 1 village 1 district 1 factory, 1 village 1 dam. Now planting for food and jobs. Ebianina bua and ye planning yes say ye best see 1 district 1 warehouse because we knew said Bianin Bebuso. Ye best
Mohammed so question on the mount.
It was afraid twice. Yes, Mohammed they can say ye the boy you mean and a man son no. Na Mr. Oh, please.
On here, I am asking the question. Who say a lie? Question. He said it. Or see what you mean. Or any campaign. And I mentioned say it is not true. The campaign. You are changing the question. He said Ambrose Akufo-Addo said family and friends government. Family and friends.
My answer to that. So what they are saying is not true. Number one, these are people hardcore MPP members. Mrs. Newman was starting in 90s. When 92 constitution she started mobilizing market women. Go and check her records. Usi Gabi Otreda or JMPC. Go to Dundee University and see her track records.
Can we be about older people?
Older people. Me, I am a health person. And so it is, and obviously our president himself is an old man. And see, idea ebe affecting empenyinfo nyinano. At the MPP akumaso, go and check our manifesto and look at what we are doing and investing well in the pension scheme. Idea Yemi Depan said the man in charge of our pensions now. One modern fine no.
we are investing here and there. And Chobaba Kuma, we will try and get you on this program. And here Chairman Atakrofi, he was a former chairman of MPP UK. He is putting and now Ghana Web 8 days ago. Even there's been a delegation from Uganda to see how investing in the pension scheme in national SNET, because previously your NDCD, because of their reckless management, now what we are doing, you can still pay your pension back.
So, summarizing in 1 minute.
In 1 minute, it is evidently clear that yet still we spend 2 hours on your TV and the whole world will be Omega Fomega so entamase the moyen and so many one policy pet NDC Mahama. National American, you've had the opportunity to serve the country as a vice president and president for 8 years. You've been in opposition for 3 years. When now you don't have a single idea for Ghana people. Not just we are crank here so now. In Ghana for the make and say NDC and will be
Kofi, in summary, 1 minute.
It looks like the MPP they will not take Ghanaians seriously. The mere fact say who make promises are not policies. Who make promises. You've given a lot of promises to the people, which is why they elected you. But since they came into government, what have they done? One village, one down. It has become one district, one dugout. And even that, we know it's the rainy season now, and so they are going around taking videos of places where there's a collection of water.
Actually,
and they say that is evidence of one village, one down.
In November is dry season.
Wait until
in November is dry season.
Oh, come on, please. Wait until the weather is dry, and then we begin to see evidences of it. They waited until the rainy season. Even last week, even last week, there was flooding. Okay, recently, President Rollins.
So in summary,
President Rollins,
we don't have time. We close in.
You see, the point is this: the MPP does not take Ghanaians.
What is your policy?
And so you go on making promises, thinking that those are policies.
Okay, what
if promises were serious policies, by now the lives of Ghanaians would have changed, because the promises they made to them have never translated into realities in the lives of the people.
Thank you very much.
We have done things: health sector, education, energy, Eastern Corridor Railway, Eastern Corridor Fiber Optic Network. We delivered those.
Mr. Giving the opportunity. Jemfi of NPP, we are youth organizer. Thank you very much. And Mr. Kofi Adoli, we are former youth organizer and part of communication team for NDC. Thank you very much. It's here for the say, and you say, you're very hot. Now, Marty, the state of the economy. Next week, you're back to us. You want some and then elderly, but you're back to us next week. Whose administration? And I said party, and a big cater for older people of Ghana. Thank you very much. And God bless you all. God bless you. See you, Jobe, do any sister Dansua, Yedamase. After the program, we are moving.